Hey guys, it's Elise and welcome back to My Cupcake Addiction. For all the recipes that I've done in the past, I actually realized that I have never shared my straight plain chocolate cupcake recipe. This guy is amazingly delicious. It's moist, it's fluffy, it domes perfectly in the oven, and the best part about it, you whack it all in one bowl, mix it up, and it's ready to go. So it's a really simple recipe to recreate. The things you're gonna need to make in my opinion, the best chocolate cupcakes in the world. You're gonna need some sugar. I'm using either a super fine or a caster sugar, something really nice and fine, but not a powdered. I've got flour. I'm opting for self-raising flour today, but I'm gonna leave all of your recipe details below and also on the MyCupcakeAddiction.com website. And that's gonna outline if you wanna use plain flour with baking powder or self-raising. A little bit of plain water, some softened butter, and it honestly doesn't matter if you use salted or unsalted butter here. I've got some unsweetened cocoa, some vanilla essence or vanilla extract, a little bit of either olive oil or vegetable oil, and 3 large eggs. These eggs are about 60 grams per egg. All of your ingredients here should all be at room temperature for the best results. Of course, I've got a cupcake tray, I'm gonna use an electric mixer, and I've got a spatula and an ice cream scoop, which is kind of my secret weapon when it comes to forming perfectly even cupcakes every time. Let's get started. Open your mixer. It doesn't matter if you're using a whisk or a paddle, it doesn't matter really the speed or power, because we're gonna go by eye and color here, and dump in all of your ingredients. Flour, sugar, cocoa. I try to put my dry ingredients in first, just because that way my wet ingredients can kind of hold everything down when I stick them all on top, and I don't get that massive kind of cloud of cocoa and flour and sugar going everywhere. In goes that softened butter. If you use softened, melted, or chilled butter, you'll actually get a completely different result in your recipes. It's very, very apparent with cookies, but in this one it has to be softened. Melted kind of makes them a little bit flat. The oil here, either vegetable or olive, this is something that I do religiously with pretty much all of my recipes, even box mixes. If it doesn't call for it, add a tablespoon or 2 of oil and it's gonna add kind of a bit of locked in moisture, make your cupcakes last a little bit longer and be just a bit moister and more delicious. In goes our vanilla, and then finally our water. You wanna close it down, start it on a low speed. And once you're happy that the mixture's started to incorporate, we're gonna crank it up to high and we're gonna let it go till it visibly lightens in color. Beautiful. This should really resemble like a light fluffy chocolate mousse. I'm just gonna scrape down the sides and make sure that all of my ingredients are combined, because I know that I had the dry ones down the bottom of that bowl. Then I'm gonna give it one final mix and it's time to scoop it into our cupcake cases. Beautiful. Make sure that you get any of the chocolate mixture off your whisk or your paddle attachment. And then we're gonna come over here. Now, the one thing that I love about an ice cream scoop is regardless of how much you put in there, it's a really evenly measured dose. So once you work out your cupcake pan size, you can make sure that you've got all pretty identical cupcakes. I've worked out that a relatively level scoop, just over level, is perfect for my size cupcake cases. Your cupcake cases should be somewhere between 2/3 and 3/4, but don't overfill them. These guys are gonna go off into a moderate oven for anywhere from 12 to 15 minutes, and you'll know they're done when you touch them in the center and they spring back, they don't sink at all. So once your cupcakes are cooked, you wanna bring them out of the oven and lay them with a little bit of personal space around each one onto a cooling rack. Let those completely cool. I'm gonna decorate mine today with some of my famous pipeable milk chocolate frosting, but of course you guys can use any kind of frosting or decoration technique you like. And I recommend picking up some of the chocolate decorations that I've showed you guys how to make on the channel, and I'll link to those videos and recipes down below, and just zhuzhing your chocolate cupcakes up with yet more chocolate, because you can never have too much chocolate, right? You're gonna get 3 days out of these guys at room temperature. I would never put them in the fridge because it sort of lessens the shelf life. It makes the frosting really hard and it sucks the moisture out of the base of the cake. I hope you guys have loved today's chocolate cupcake recipe. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, make sure you do for 2 new videos every week. Make sure you check out all of my other amazing recipes, including things like Snickers cupcakes, Twix cupcakes, and all sorts of delicious flavor combinations. I'll leave all the links and everything you need down below. As always, guys, thanks very much for watching.